My name is Ralph Phillips, and I've been fishing the waters around Summerville and the Charleston area for about 40 years. At one time, we had a Summerville fishing club that we started, and it was your typical fishing club. It was real competitive. We would have speakers, and we'd go back and forth, and real competitive. A little beer drinking, a little dinner cooking, and fishing, and you know, I kind of got tired of that scene. So here's about 3 years ago, decided it was time to make a change. That we needed to get something for families. And I had so many people calling me wanting to go fishing, so many people that wanted to learn how to fish. I really could have fished 7 days a week with different people every day, because they were just hungry for it and the area was growing. And so I decided maybe it's time to let's start a saltwater fishing club that targets new families, targets new fishermen, the rookies, the people just they're hungry to learn and want to do it. But the main thing is we wanted to get a group that we, first of all, we taught conservation, we taught people how to fish, we taught family values, and we put people together. And it's been, without saying, it's been phenomenal. We've had a great ride.
Well, it was so good that I never did fish the right-hand side of the river. And people told me about creeks I never heard of, and I finally realized I better start doing something a little different after about 30 years.
Well, I started saltwater fishing probably around 2010. I believe the club was started in 2011. I was a charter member of the club. Didn't know too much about saltwater. I fished freshwater for many, many years. Tinkered around a little bit in saltwater, but not much. Didn't know much about it. Used live bait and cut bait and throwing out a big anchor all the time and not really knowing what I was doing. And joining the club in 2011 and taking advantage of some of the seminars that we have here, I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot in the sport of saltwater fishing, become much more knowledgeable in how to find fish, how to locate fish. Have really enjoyed being a part of this club, and we have a lot of fun. We do monthly tournaments, very low key, very friendly. We go out, it's not very competitive, it's a lot of fun. We go out 6 tournaments a year. We have an Angler of the Month tournament where you can post fish on our website. I participated in that starting in 2011. I started participating in that. Got lucky, found some fish, caught fish, posted them. Lo and behold, I became the 2011 Angler of the Year. Was very surprised by that. And then competed again through 2012 and became the Angler of the Year for 2012. So I'm a 2-time Angler of the Year.
Well, I participated in the last two years in the flotilla for cobia. Cobia is a rather large game fish that we have down here in the south, and it's a great time. It's last year I think we had something like 10 or 12 boats and probably 20-odd people that were involved with the fishing tournament, if you would. And we make a weekend or a weekday out of it, because it's an all-day affair, and then we go back to Dave's house, and hopefully we'll have some cobia that we can cut up and eat right then and there, and right there we can have the cobia steaks. I personally haven't caught a cobia. Last year I think I caught probably 8 or 10 sharks, but the cobia are out there. I'm looking forward to going again this year, because it'll be another great time for all of us to get together and enjoy each other's company and enjoy the thrill of boating and the serenity, and tell all the lies that we want to tell whenever we want to tell them.
Oh, that's a toad. That's a toad. That's a toad.
Probably the thing that I'm proudest of with the club is early on in the formation of the club, we decided to adopt the Ashley River, and we concentrate our community service toward the Ashley River as a result. And two things that we do are we partnered with the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources and the CCA Topwater campaign to plant a new oyster reef. And we approached them and said, is there a place on the Ashley River that has a long enough bank that we can add on to a reef every single year and have it be our club reef? And they said, yeah, we've got a great spot. It's about 2 miles long. And it's down by the 17 bridge on the west bank of the Ashley River. And this will be our 3rd year adding to it. We've got about 400 yards of shell. And the first year that we planted, this year should start seeing some significant growth. And every section that we do each year will be more and more growth as you look back in time. My hope is that 20 years down the line, we can make a very significant impact to the Ashley River in terms of a great big oyster reef that really there's nothing better you can do for the marine environment than plant an oyster reef, because it filters the water, it provides food and sanctuary for small fish, crabs, shrimp, which then feeds larger game fish that we like to fish for. So it's a great thing. We have men, women, youth, all involved. We get probably 20 people volunteering to go. You get all muddy. You spend a morning out there getting just completely covered in mud, but you can't have a better time. Everyone has a great experience, a lot of good bonding, and something that we all look forward to every year. My family reluctantly came the first year, and now they ask me when is the next event, starting in January. So it's a real great thing. The next thing that we decided to do this year in 2014 is we started an Ashley River cleanup project. A few of us fish the Ashley River in the wintertime, and we've noticed that there's a lot of trash in the river, and we sort of tossed around the idea of doing a cleanup event for a few years. This year we decided to actually do it, and we got 28 people to volunteer in March 1st of this year, and 10 boats. We all went out and spent the morning, and we collected 45 contractor-sized bags of trash in 3 hours. Filled a stake truck to overflowing, not including things that wouldn't fit in a bag, like a tire, coolers, big pieces of foam, balls of all sizes. And it was just a very rewarding thing to see. We really made an impact on the upper Ashley River. You can visibly see the difference, and there's a lot more trash to get, so we've decided we're going to do this every year, and over time hopefully we'll have a very clean, pristine upper Ashley River, and it deserves it because you know, all of the plantations up there, it's a beautiful stretch of river, and it deserves to be clean. And I'm just very proud of it. We've received a lot of thank yous from the town of Summerville. That to me, that's the epitome of our club and what it can do for the community.
This year we're going to have our 3rd annual youth event at the club during one of our meetings, and we will have games and events and contests for the kids, and every kid that participates will get a prize. And that Saturday we'll have our 3rd annual youth tournament that is free to all members of all children of the family memberships, and we are going to have some great prizes for that. We do every year. This year we're going to have custom-made rod and reels donated by Hadrell's Point, but every year we have something awesome. So yeah, it's going to be a great year for youth.
It's not fishing for the grown-ups, it's just getting the kids on the fish and bringing them back, and with all of our sponsors, man, they get some really cool prizes, you know, really nice fishing rods. Man, they're catching some fish too. I think last year's youth tournament we had like a 30-inch red caught, which was awesome. So that kid had a I think it was Ben, had a you know, ear-to-ear grin on his face. That was really cool.
Well, once a year around November, we have our charity oyster roast, and we have tons of prizes and games. and we always have an auction. And in the past 4 years, we have donated over $7,000 to give children a Christmas who would otherwise not have a Christmas.
If you have any interest in learning how to fish, or if you have any interest in helping the environment, to help clean up the river, anything that you have an interest, you can find something in a Summerville Fishing Club that you can put your teeth into, and you'll meet a lot of great people. You'll meet a lot of good folks, and we got the town support, we got Mayor Collins' support. Mile Country Club is where we meet. Everybody wants to see us succeed, so come on and join us. And every time we have a meeting, we have food at every meeting, and it's just a lot of fun. It's not your typical come to a bar, see how much beer you can drink and talk about fishing. This is family fun. We have drawings, we have raffles, and usually the kids walk away with all the prizes. If you live in the area, you will thoroughly enjoy being part of Summerville Fishing Club.